So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a marinated salad today for a barbecue that I'm attending. And I'm going to use these noodles, and I have the water boiling here, and I'm going to put them in. And I'm going to chop up the vegetables and show you how to make it. So these noodles, it says it takes 10 to 12 minutes on the package here. So I'm just going to set the timer and let them cook. And I will show you once they're done. So as you can see, for this marinade salad, besides the pasta, and now you can switch out the pasta, whatever type of pasta you want to use. But for the vegetables, what you're going to need is some celery, which I have here, and some green pepper, which I have here, some beautiful fresh tomatoes, as well as some onions and some green onions. And I'm just going to chop those up, and you're going to chop them up nice and fine because you don't want big chunks in the salad. So I'm just going to fast forward for you don't have to watch me do that, and I'll show you what it looks like then. I'm going to shut the noodles off, take them off the heat and let them cool, and I'll skip to the next part. So as you can see, we have the celery cut up, we have the green pepper cut up, we have the regular onions cut up, as well as the tomatoes, and as well as the green onions. So now that the pasta's cooled down, we're going to make the sauce. So I'm just going to skip to the next step where we make the sauce. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the sauce now, and how we're going to do that is we're going to add our dry ingredients, which is the 2/3 of a cup of sugar, which is in the bowl there. We're going to add a teaspoon of paprika, which I have right here. I'm just going to put it in there. And we're also going to add in a half a tablespoon or a teaspoon of pepper and a teaspoon of salt. So half and a tea. So there's half. We're going to add in the half for the pepper. It's just going to take me a second here. You're going to want to be careful that you don't spill it or breathe it in, because pepper's not so great when you breathe it in. So there's the half of teaspoon of pepper going in. And now we need 1 teaspoon of salt. And once we have that in, we're going to mix it together with the whisk. Then we're going to add in our wet ingredients. So there's the salt. So I'm just going to mix that up. So now that we have the dry ingredients in, I'm just going to take a fork, mix it through, and then we're going to add in our wet ingredients, which would be the 1/3 of a cup of ketchup, as well as the 1/4 of a cup of vinegar, and the half a cup of oil. And you just want to make sure that this is mixed throughout. Get all the clumps out, because there might be a little bit of clumps, just like I see in there. So I'm just going to get the wet ingredients, and then we'll move to that next step. What we're going to do now is I have the half a cup of oil, which I'm going to add in. As well as the 1/3 of a cup of ketchup, which is right here. And as well as the 1/4 of a cup of vinegar. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to whisk that all together. And I'm going to show you what it looks like once it's whisked together. Now you can use a fork or you can use a whisk. It doesn't really particularly matter, whatever you particularly want to use. Now you want to mix it throughout that the sugar actually dissolves there. And I'm going to do that, and then I'll fast forward and show you what it looks like once we have it all done. So now that we have our noodles there and they have cooled down, what we're going to do is we're going to add in our vegetables. So we're going to add in our celery right there, as well as our green onions. Just have a picture of that because it looks so pretty. And our tomatoes. and as well as our onions and green peppers. So once we have our vegetables added in, what we could do is take our sauce and add that in. I'm just going to grab the sauce and do that. So now that we're ready to add in our sauce, what we're going to do is we're going to take our sauce, which I have right here, and I'm going to pour that in as well. And then we're just going to mix it up. Now, depending on how much of this you actually need, it will depend if you have to double up your batch. Now, I'm pretty sure I should be good with the one batch of it because I'm not making a very big serving of it. And you're just going to want to mix it all the way through. And you'll know when it's mixed through. Everything will start to get that color to it. And then we're going to wrap it up, let it sit for a few hours for the flavor absorbs into the noodles. And then you're going to serve this cold. And I guarantee anybody at a barbecue or any kind of potluck or any kind of event that you're taking it to will enjoy it immensely. So that's how you make my homemade marinade salad. And it's actually my mom's recipe, so I've had it for a while and I definitely enjoy it. And hopefully you will too. So try it, let me know if you enjoy it, and if you like, thanks for watching. And click the subscribe button, because the only way you're going to see what else I have cooking is by subscribing to me and checking it out. So, thanks for watching.